Well, we tried to start off by playing fast because at that time, in the beginning of the year, we didn't feel like we had anyone that could score around the basket. And we added Tulio 5 or 6 games in. He started to do some things, I think, at the beginning of conference play, where we kind of realized that maybe he could be a guy that we could kind of play around or play through. So we had to slow it up just a little bit for him. And then we slowed it up even more before we play Loyola because, you know, they shoot 50% from the floor. We just figured the only way to beat them was to not give them the ball. And it happened to work really well that game. And we just did it again against Bradley the next game, and it worked. And we just kept doing it. I mean, it's just one of those, I guess, common sense things, I guess. So we actually accidentally started playing this slow. And looking at some numbers down the stretch, our last 3 or 4 games, the possessions have been too high. And they need to be a lot lower if we want to be successful here.
Coach, if I recall correctly, you said there was a team meeting after the first Drake loss?
Uh-huh.
And what was said in that kind of just, I mean, right after that, you guys seemed to turn it around?
I mean, guys are just being honest. You know, guys weren't doing their what they were supposed to do. We had a lot of clutter. Our team has had a lot of things happen to it this year, and I think guys were letting some of that stuff affect what they were supposed to be doing on the floor, whether it be a guy unhappy about playing time, a guy unhappy about shots, a guy unhappy about who's on the team, who's not on the team, a guy unhappy about coach yelling at him, whatever. It was individual clutter. And so it was just basically a cleanup meeting after the Drake game, because what we realized is we were losing games that we shouldn't lose. With all due respect to our league, that there's no dominant team this year. And we were losing games because we were making a lot of mental errors. And basically that was what I call a coming to Jesus meeting.
And for the guys, just what do you remember from that meeting, and how much did it help you guys?
JD first, and then we'll go to Ryan.
Yeah, it was just a meeting just about just what was on our mind, what was stopping us from playing as a team on both ends and stuff like that. And it was just good to come together and talk to figure some stuff out, and it's helped us since, so it was just good to talk as a team.
Yeah, I think people were just being honest with themselves, being honest with the team. What was holding some people back from how we could reach our full potential as a team. So I mean, from that meeting, we just went forward. It really just brought us together. We started playing together, playing more focused, and playing for each other.
For both the players, could you talk about what Dana has kind of brought to the team and the program this year? And I know both you guys obviously only have 1 year with them, but what's been kind of the big change this year?
Ryan, you're first this time.
Coach Ford, as you guys probably have seen already, him on the sideline, he's passionate, he's fired up. He coaches with a lot of fire, and as a player, that's just something that you like to see in a coach, and it really just drives us on the court. I mean, we try and play like he coaches. We know he'd do anything for us, and so we do anything for him too.
Yeah, the same thing. He's really helped me, Krek, and guys who have, I mean, Webster, who senior year, it's not easy having a new coach, but he's really helped us as players on and off the court. And like I said last press conference, it was great to start, I guess, this year with him, and he's going to bring a lot of success to this program, and I just wish I had more years with him.
Jared, I know earlier in the season we talked preseason, you felt like you're an all-conference guy. I mean, you're a leader of this team, had a heck of a conference year. Just not being selected in one of those 3 teams, you ever feel like you have a chip on your shoulder here to just really prove what you have?
I mean, yeah, you can say that, but it's not about me or anything. It's I just want to win. So whoever, I mean, that stuff doesn't really matter. But I mean, it's as long as we get these one day at a time and win and get to the big dance, that's all I really care about, really. So.
And for Jared, does this going into this tournament feel any different than years past, being your last one, or just different mood around the team?
Yeah, it feels a lot different. I mean, the last couple years, we were confident going in, but I mean, I didn't think as a team we really didn't think we could win it. I mean, just being in playing games and stuff like that. My freshman year, I didn't even get to play in this tournament, but this year it definitely feels different. I'm confident. These 2 people right next to me are confident that we can really win this tournament. So it definitely feels different.
This for the players, just what is it like? What are the challenges when you have to change your pace of play, your style of play in the middle of the season? And what's different now that you're playing at a slow pace?
Ryan, you're first, please.
It can be difficult if you let it be difficult. Honestly, if you just go out there and play and just follow directions and just do what coach is asking, it's not hard to do what he's saying to do. So as long as you just buy in and you got 5 guys on the court at the same time buying in, then honestly it becomes pretty easy.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, whenever you have to change something, but it's working, you don't want to fight anything. I mean, if it's working for the team and it's gonna win its games, then we're all with it. Especially at this time of the year where it's win or go home. So I mean, we're with whatever works for the team. So.
Coach, now that you're back here, just how familiar have things felt, just being back at the Arch Madness?
It's different as a coach than what it is when you're a player. It's been nice to be back. We got in late last night, and the guys really just hung out last night. We'll see if they want to do something tonight or something. But I think we're just really focused on the game and what we need to try to do to give ourselves the best chance to hopefully get the result that I'm sure most people would want. But when I was a player, I don't think I had great memories here. I think one time we beat Bradley here my freshman year, maybe, or something like that. I had a couple play-in games, which I try to forget. And then I think my career ended here against Northern Iowa, maybe. I'm not sure. I mean, I've got a lot on my mind right now, and me playing here is not one of them. But I am excited for our players to be here. And like I said, like most coaches, I think they have a legitimate chance to, play on Sunday and see what happens.
Final question right here.
And just for the players, you two are really two of the only guys that have been here on the roster. And do you share any advice or anything, or just what are you telling your guys and what are you leading your guys to coming in here?
JD, lead us off, please.
Just enjoy the moment. I mean, everybody wants to win the tournament, but I mean it's only one winner, so just enjoy it. Try to just take everything game by game, stick to what we've been doing, and just fight. I mean, it's only this conference. Only one team really goes to the big dance. So just helping my guys as best as I can, any type of way.
What I would probably say is that things happen earlier in your career. It might seem like a big deal if you're not playing like your freshman year, sophomore year, whatever. But I mean, that stuff's not as big as it seems. Just you just got to keep working on your game, getting better, and later on it'll work out.